Hey guys, it's me again. Same day. I'm on break and I'm just trying to digest the week. And I thought I would share with you the message that I gave the kids on Thursday night. It starts with a story. So, here's what I need you to do. Close your eyes. Close them. I'm serious. Close them. And focus. Hear my words and find yourself in them. Alright. There once was a boy named Little Timmy. Now, Little Timmy had a very full life, but there was one moment he will never forget. This is the story I will now tell you. One day, Little Timmy decided to go for a hike in the woods. And although he was alone, he left prepared. Or at least, he thought he did. But looking back, he never knew how wrong that thought could be. How ill-prepared he would soon learn he was. Well, the hike started off smoothly, and the path was clearly visible, surrounded with trees and flowers and all kinds of wildlife. Birds were chirping, deer quietly grazed in the distance, and squirrels did their thing like any good squirrel would do. It was quiet and comfortable and uncomplicated until the unthinkable happened. The path split. Absolutely shocked, Little Timmy stopped, now recognizing he had just been presented with a choice. He carefully weighed his options, and this is what he saw. Turning his head to the left, he saw a narrow dirt path. It was rough. Obviously, not many people had traveled on it before. Above the path, there was a sign that said, "The Way." Now, the way seemed difficult, challenging, and humbling, but it had something the other path did not. Light. Even under the sun, the path glowed with this strange light. But Little Timmy didn't seem to think he needed the light. It was sunny anyways. So he turned his head to the right and saw something that looked much better. It was a broad paved path. It was smooth and easily accessible, and obviously many people had traveled on it before. Above the path, there was a sign that read, "The Drifting," and it looked pleasing to Little Timmy. Naturally, this was the path that Little Timmy chose, and it was a choice he continued to make. You see, the path was constantly splitting. It would split, and again, further down it would split again, and a little further down it would split again. And the options never changed. The way on the left, the drifting on the right, but Little Timmy always chose the right. At first, each time the path split, he would stop, carefully weigh his options, and choose the path to the right. But eventually, he grew numb to his decision. He no longer stopped, no longer weighed his options, no longer even looked to the left. He just kept walking right. And this is where it got dangerous for Little Timmy. He got so used to his path, he forgot it didn't have light, that it wasn't equipped to handle darkness, and the sun was setting. Eventually, darkness came, and with it, Little Timmy lost his sense of direction. And with his sense of direction gone, he realized how lost he truly was. He was alone and surrounded with darkness. He grew frantic, fear tearing at his heart as he searched for a way out of the darkness. But the more he fought the forest, the darker things seemed to get. He could find no way out. There was no one around him, no one to hear him yell in fear and run in trembling. Realizing his helplessness, he fell to his knees, sobbing. He sobbed for his aloneness. He sobbed for his helplessness. And then he lifted his head, wiped the tears from his eyes, and gave a sigh of relief. There before him was a light, glowing in the distance. And it was that moment when Little Timmy knew he'd be okay. Little Timmy is me, and with artistic license, this is my story. See, the initial path is my life, and it was full, it was beautiful, and it was fun. And then my first big decision, the path split, and I had a choice. I could either follow the path I knew was right, even though it didn't look very pleasing. I could follow the way, or I could drift, and I could follow the world, and I could follow the comfort. It could be easy, and in my life, that was the path I chose. And it was the path I continued to choose until it got to the point where I was so numb, I really wasn't deciding. I was just living a life the world recommended. And then there was a moment I can't remember, but I knew it happened, where I realized where the drifting path had taken me. Deep into the heart of the woods, there was no light, and there was no way out. Up until that point, the path was so nice. Like, it was so comfortable. It was so easy to walk. And there were a lot of people I passed on the way there. But when I hit that moment, when I realized where that path had led me, I was so lost. I was so numb to my sin, so scarred from what I'd seen and what I'd done. And it hit me. And it hit me hard. And I cried because I knew I was alone. I knew I was helpless. And I literally sat down and cried. But then Jesus Christ met me. And although the path, the physical path, might not get up and move to you, the light most definitely will. In the midst of my darkness, the light did not remove it, but it shined so brightly through it. And it made it so very easy to follow. Well, the light does one of two things. It provides hope, and it gives confidence. In the midst of darkness, light is the way out. It marks the way out of darkness. And that provides confidence. But it also provides hope that there is a way out. It gives you direction. And although it may not show you the distance of the path necessary to escape the darkness, and although it may not show you every dimension of the path you follow, like you may stumble over sticks and you may twist your ankle in a rock, there's hope because you have direction and you know that there's a way out. I'm just going to tell you right now, Jesus Christ is the only way out of your darkness. Jesus Christ is the only way out of your aloneness and your helplessness and your lostness. He's the light that shines in the midst of your darkness. No person can, no circumstance can. No thing of the world can be that light. Flashlights die. Cell phone batteries die. Our worldly materials cannot provide everlasting light, everlasting pleasure, everlasting hope, everlasting joy, everlasting confidence. Jesus is the only thing that will not die, that will not tire, that will not fade away, that will forever shine through your darkness, and will always provide you direction, hope, confidence, and will never leave your side. It will always stare you in the eyes, and as long as you leave your eyes fixed on it, you will never leave the path. You will always be heading in the right direction. Although you may stumble and you may fall, the light helps you get up. Don't be little Timmy. And when presented with a choice, choose the right one because you know what it is. Thanks.